This is the Pisces December 2015 love and partnership as well as general forecast reading. We'll start out with your love and partnership or relationship reading, Pisces, for December of 2015. The beginning of your reading is a little, well, I want to say disconcerting, but the rest of it looks fairly good, so let's just start. The first card and the second card suggest you dealing with a sense of betrayal. This could actually be an old betrayal, an old feeling of disappointment, of disillusion, somebody that disillusioned you. And for some reason, it's now cropped up at the beginning of December. And you're looking back at this disillusionment, this feeling of being betrayed, this feeling of distrust, and probably needing to process and deal with it. What you don't know is that there is order and structure coming into your partnerships and relationships in the future. In the past, they've possibly been a bit chaotic and uncertain, even completely chaotic. But in the future, something different is cropping up, something far more stable, more predictable, which probably for Pisceans isn't always quite as exciting, but is something that you no doubt need in your lives right now. Your next step is going to be to make a wish. This card's come up in so many people's readings at the moment, both private readings and in the forecasts for December. We're all being given an opportunity, or many of us are being given an opportunity to make a wish. And I have a feeling this is one wish. So we are all being granted that little genie in the jar that says you may make one wish this month where your partnerships and relationships are concerned. So make sure it's a good wish. You don't want to waste it. Think of something, or think of a way you'd like to be in your relationships and partnerships, and really, truly make that wish from the bottom of your heart. The outcome here is the obstacle card, but once again, I have a feeling this is an obstacle that's going to be surmounted. You're going to overcome this obstacle. It's something that has possibly stood in your way, and I'm more inclined to say this is a mental obstacle. Something that has stopped you from moving on, be it from the relationship you're in, be it into new relationships or partnerships. Something is preventing you. There's an obstacle preventing you. You're about to come to the point where you're going to be dealing with it. I pulled a card for the overall theme of this, and it said your love will stand the test of time. Even so, you need to treasure each moment together. So probably what this is trying to tell you is those of you that are in committed relationships that you know, well, this is it, or that you think this is it, it is it. It is going to stand the test of time. You will be together forever, but still appreciate every moment you have together. Still appreciate the fact that you are in a solid relationship or partnership. Those of you that are looking for new partners or romantic partners, business partners, whichever, know that something is coming up on the horizon which has the stamp of long term on it. But also to remember once again to appreciate the fact that that is what it's going to be. The two guidance cards that come up, the Fairies Earth Magic card says to get out there and get your feet in the grass, get your feet on the ground, sit under the trees, be in nature. We're all going to be getting guidance at the moment, loads and loads of guidance. The harder times become, the more guidance we get, but we need to be quiet, we need to be still, we need to be in an environment without electronic gadgets and constant input from TV and media, and you know what I'm talking about. So get out into nature, sit quietly there so that you can receive that guidance. Because the second suggestion card is that of reflection. So you need to think back over where you've been, where you are now, and where you'd like to go. You need to take stock of where you are so that you can receive guidance for what to do in the future in your partnerships and relationships. But there's a nice tone of stability and longevity coming into your partnerships and relationships, Pisces, so that is something to look forward to. Right. So that is your love relationships as well as your partnerships reading for December of 2015. Now let's move on to your general forecast reading. Now your general forecast reading starts off with the card Breathe. In other words, this is time to take a time out at the beginning of December. To take a deep breath and to just be still and be in the moment. Try not to think too far ahead. Try not to get too caught up in the December rush. Try not to get caught up in all that long list of things that you feel you must do. Take time to breathe. Because your challenge this month is going to be the card of chaos and conflict. Things are going to change. The earth under your feet is going to rumble and you're going to feel it right through your life. The thing with this card is that this rumble happens when life needs to make a change, where you might have gotten stuck in a certain spot and you're not quite moving forward or expanding your life like you should be doing. You possibly feel safe where you are, and so you haven't made that forward movement. Well, life is now going to be making it for you. Your guidance here is to change your perspective. So when you want to call this chaos and conflict, change your view as this is the moving me ahead energies that are coming in. You need to look at this differently. You need to stand back and take a much wider perspective of what is happening in your life. Because later in this month, you are going to be getting that new life. You're going to be getting the first feelings, the first physical manifestations of what your new life is going to be. And if this card is anything to go by, then it's going to be a good new life. It's going to be something you're going to be looking forward to. So those rumblings are leading to something good, something that you're going to be hugely optimistic about. Earlier in this month, you need to reconnect with your higher power. So whatever your faith or your religion or your belief is, be it God, the universe, spirit, whatever it is for you, you need to reconnect. You have disconnected to a certain extent and you tend to lose your way when you do that. So it's time to reconnect because you need that relationship. That is the most important relationship in your life. Then your next step is going to be the card of soulmates. This card is coming up far and wide in readings at the moment. In private readings, it's popping up all over the show. Now, most of you know by now, if you've heard me speak about soulmates, if you've heard so many people, even YouTube, internet will tell you soulmates are soul contracts. These are people you have unfinished business with. They are people that you need to finish up with. They are people that you need to learn lessons from. Now, it's not all as heavy as it sounds. This can be wonderful too. You can learn incredibly wonderful, expanding, joyful lessons from somebody else. But a soulmate is a soul contract. So, someone is coming into your life. It could be a romantic partner. It's very possible given the reading, the love and partnership reading. Or it could be a business partner or just a friend even. And this person is now going to join with you on your journey for a while, possibly for a long while, and you are going to be learning together. So even if it's a contract, even if it's a soul contract, it is something to look forward to. So you need to prepare yourself for that. You need to take that step and accept that person into your life. Quite possibly, given what your partnership and relationship reading said about that feeling of being betrayed in the past, you're going to feel a reticence to doing this. It's going to happen one way or another. So if you open your heart and your mind, connect to a higher power, then this will go far easier and be far more enjoyable for you. You will see the good in it and enjoy it. The advice here is that of purification. So that stuff that's hanging in there in the past, that's making you reticent, that's making you close in on yourself, that's making you not want to let people close in again, you need to get rid of that. Be it write it on a piece of paper and wash all the writing off with water so that it's gone. Be it that you bury that piece of paper, be it that you burn that piece of paper, be that you have a really good cry, get it out of your system so that you can start anew. Then the final outcome card is that of the fate. So this is fated, right? I'm going to explain a little bit here about fate and destiny. I do it in people's private readings. Fate is that which you do not really have a choice in. These are things that are, shall we say, karmic, if you believe in karma, that come into your life that are dictated. Destiny is when you use the energy surrounding you and you work together with fate and you create your destiny. So, there are things that are fated which are coming into your life now. And quite often with fated, I want to say things isn't the best word to use, but then when there are fated occurrences or people coming into your life, there always is a bit of resistance on our part. But understand that if you connect to the higher power, if you pray or do whatever it is that reconnects you to that higher power, you could possibly even enjoy this thoroughly. There's no reason you shouldn't. Okay. Then I pulled an overall guidance card, and this is the wind of activation wind. And the chaos and conflict card that came in, these go together. These are the winds of change blowing in. So something is about to change at the foundation of your life. Something is about to move in and move you onto the next level. Then your soul path card for December is quite interesting. This says, it's time to fluff out your tail feathers. It's time to get a new hairdo. It's time to put on lovely new clothes. It's time to make the outside of you match the beauty inside of you. As facetious as this may seem as a soul path card, it's very true. How you adorn yourself on the inside is the respect you pay to yourself on the inside. And it is also the respect that people out there will pay you. An important thing to remember. So, Pisces, go and get that new haircut. Go and get some new clothes. Fluff out those tail feathers and step out into the world ready for your new life. Right, so that was your general forecast reading, as well as your love and partnership reading for December 2015. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.